Hello everybody and welcome to the Derek Ruby Show. I am your host, the previously mentioned Mr. Ruby, and this is a Friday the 13th The Game breaking news update. New Jason coming. So recently, Friday the 13th The Game has come out with a lot of news this month, and in this past day they just updated their website, which is titled A New Beginning. So just to recap some of the other news in case you've been living under a rock, they launched a trailer for the physical edition of the game, which features new bloody clothing for Jason. Now the question that I have is, since I pre-ordered the physical edition of the game and I have the digital copy, will I get both versions of this clothing? Because they stated there's going to be a version for the physical edition and the version for the digital edition. And since I have both, I'm not sure if I'm going to get both because nobody has the answer to this question. They also announced that they're going to rework the maps to be smaller. They're going to be an alternate version, which I'm not sure how I feel about this because nobody was really clamoring for this, but they said it would make gameplay a little different, it would make it a little bit more fun. And hey, it's free, I'm not complaining. But I hope all maps that they're making in the future are going to have alternate versions because one of the things that appeals to people in this game is how big and expansive their maps are. On their redesigned website, they have confirmed that they are working on a new map that's going to be ripped right out of the movies. Also, they're going to have a Spring Break 1984 pack with a whole bunch of counselors in bikinis and bathing suits. So I guess it's going to be looking like Baywatch up at Crystal Lake and we can have a swimsuit competition. And Jason can be the judge. Plus, they confirmed 2 new counselors and new kills for every Jason in the game. Now on to what you really want to talk about, the brand new Jason. So the big question that everybody has is, which Jason is this going to be? Primarily, is this going to be Jason X or is it going to be Roy Burns, Part 5 Jason? Now before I get too much into this, I would like to state up front that I would like to have every single Jason in the game if I could. But the reason a lot of people think that Jason X might be in the game is they recently showed off some mocap videos of some stuff they were filming with Kane Hodder for the game. And because of one specific scene that had a big machete in it, a lot of people think Jason X is coming. At the same time, Friday the 13th have been putting out these pictures with these black dots and one blue dot. So either Jason's pregnant, or we're going to get Roy Burns from Part 5 in the game. Now in my honest opinion, for the longevity of the game, I hope it's Part 5. Now hear me out about this. There's only so many versions of Jason they can have in the game. I personally would like to see the regular Jason from Jason X. The most popular is Jason X. Don't get me wrong, Part 5 has his fans, Part 4 has his fans, but those are a little bit less popular than Jason X. And because the game is still very popular and still early in its life, I think that would be the best route is to release Part 5, and then to follow it up with Part 4 later. Because when you look at the game down the road, say in May when the game's a year old, a lot of players are already capped out at 101. You're going to need more than some side characters like Creighton Duke or Tina to want people to come back and play the game when there's so many things coming out at the end of 2017 and the beginning of 2018. So your big trump card is Jason X. Short of you putting Pamela in the game, or a Freddy vs. Jason pack, which they said that they do not have any rights to the Jason from Freddy vs. Jason, and they don't plan on putting Freddy in the game, so either they're going to surprise us, or they really just are not going to have that stuff in there. So if that's the case, then you're going to have to hold off on Jason X. Because if you have Jason X and the regular Jason and a space map as a combo pack for the 1-year anniversary, you're going to get a whole bunch of players to come back. If you give it to us now, I don't know if Roy or Part 4 is going to be strong enough to make a lot of players want to come back. Sure, you'll get a couple new ones, sure some of them will, but not nearly as much as you would have if you use Jason X. They also said that they don't have the rights to the remake Jason, but a lot of people would like that too, but I still don't think he's as popular as Jason X. And you already had a Tom Savini Jason, and new players can't purchase him anyway. So even if you're going to create a brand new Jason, I don't know what route you'd be able to go to. I mean, since that Jason came from hell, is this one going to be like a divine Jason, like an angel Jason? I just don't know what would really work at this point. And as far as NES Jason goes, because he was a reskin, the bloom's kind of off the rose with him. And for all we know, those blue dots could be Pamela in the single player mode. Since she's more than likely not going to be a playable killer, that probably would have been another thing that could bring people in, but if they're not going to do that, it's not going to matter anyway. Believe me when I tell you, I want to play with Jason X, but I do want this game to last as long as possible. But I think from the reworking of the new website with the title New Beginning, the blue dots, all indications seem to point at Jason Part 5, Roy Burns. And if we're getting a new map locations ripped straight from the movies, it stands to reason that the Pinehurst halfway house might be the location that we're going to get. So anyway, that's my take on this. The fact of the matter is we are going to get a new Jason. So what do you guys think? Would you rather have Jason X or would you rather have Part 5? Or maybe there's another Jason you would like to see in the game. I definitely want to hear you guys' thoughts. What do you think about these updated maps? What new map do you think we could possibly be getting? What is the DLC you are most looking forward to out of all of this?
All these questions and so much more. But the update will be coming sooner rather than later. I will leave a link in the description for the updated website so you can check this stuff out yourself. And that is your Friday the 13th The Game breaking news update. So thank you guys for listening to the Derek Ruby Show. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. And as always, have a good one. And I'll see you guys next time.